porn isn't the problem. I hear a lot of guys in the manosphere, even the red pill community somewhat, talks about this. That, porn is this big distraction, it's this big energy zapper, it's this big psychological manipulator, and it's the boogeyman and woo woo woo, right? Well, hey man, it's just nuts. It's just a nut. That's all it is at the end of the day. Like, if you had a girlfriend, you'd be nutting too, right? So I don't really buy into that whole energy thing. Like, I guess to some extent, like, watching it, maybe like, maybe it can like cause some psychological issues. I mean, yes, there's a dopamine hit. Yes, it's a habit, right? But at the end of the day, I think people watch porn out of necessity. It's not because it's a replacement for sex. It's there when sex isn't there, right? Actually, porn for me was a big catalyst for understanding the red pill. I mean, when I first discovered porn, I first started watching it, I was like, whoa, girls do this? Because I was like, I can't get a date. It's hard for me to get a girlfriend. I got to struggle. I've had girlfriends off and on, right? But I can't just get laid so easily. But these girls are just doing the nastiest shit on camera. And these are the most beautiful girls in the world. And I was just like, what? How does that work? Oh, well, there's money, fame, right? And then it gets, the girls get off on, it gets them off. The guys are jerking off to them by the millions, right? I mean, if you go to X Hamster, go to fucking Pornhub, X Videos, whatever, right? And look at the view count. It's as much as YouTube videos. It's in the millions. So people are consuming porn, free porn, like crazy, right? That means it's as popular as fucking TV almost, I would say, or more popular. Like, everybody's watching porn, right? So it's a weird thing, man. Like, I saw that and I was like, these girls know that everybody's watching it and they're doing it anyways for money and because they like getting off, and it turns them on that guys are jerking off to them. This is an ego boost. This is a narcissism thing. They want to be worshipped, and they want the money. It's easy money. It's sick. And I was just like, that part is sick. Like, but as far as watching it, and jerking off to it, it's like, I don't give a shit. Like, that's neither here nor there as far as a man is concerned. Like, hey man, we got a dick and our balls are like, dude, we got to come. Like, we're supposed to have a wife. We're supposed to have, a quality spouse, right? So that we can get our rocks off that way. Now, if you got a loving wife who's loyal and pure and you guys got a good relationship, I don't buy into all that, oh, porn is healthy, porn is good, like, porn is good for the relationship. Like, no, I don't buy that at all. Like, if you have a relationship, don't watch porn. That's a lie. Like, when people say, oh, it's a supplement to your relationship, like, no, all that's going to do is stir up your lust. It's going to stir up, you guys wanting to cheat, you guys could become swingers, and none of that is good for a healthy relationship. So if you're in a relationship, you're in a loving relationship, don't watch porn. And also, I do actually agree that it produces, unrealistic expectations, for women. I really do think that that's true. Like, You know, the type of girls that do it are the most beautiful women in the world, and your girlfriend is probably not going to be as good looking as the girls in porn, you know. And there's so much variety. Like, there is something to be said for variety, you know, in this context. Men have something in them that wants to bang a whole bunch of different women, and if you're trying to be loyal to your girlfriend, you probably shouldn't watch porn, because it's going to stir up your lust in that way. But with that said, porn it's not the problem. That's not the problem for men. Problem is really that, you know, hypergamy. Hypergamy is the problem, right? The problem is that men can't easily get sex. You know, men just can't. We can't. So, and, you know, again, like I said, hypergamy. So it's hard for us to even find a girl, right? Everything we talk about in the red pill community, you know, is the reason why men watch porn in the first place. It's because we don't have access. If you got a girlfriend, you should probably not watch porn. If you got a loving, long-term relationship going on, you probably shouldn't watch porn. Like, I would say no. I would say, like, you know, focus on your relationship. But that's if you got one. If you don't got one, then, you know, if you're not watching porn, what are you doing? Like, what are you jerking off to? Are you not jerking off? Like, I never bought into NoFap. You know, I just never bought into it. Like, what is NoFap? Like, how am I supposed to not nut? My balls get packed. My dick's like, hey man, I got a nut. Feels great. Feels amazing. Porn is great. Like, there's a wide variety of women. It's like, why wouldn't you? Like, you know what I mean? But that's if you're single, if you got nothing else going on. But if you do, yeah, don't. But these people are trying to act like porn is some kind of, you know, horrible thing. Like, well, look, I'll say this. Like, I do think porn is immoral. I do think it's degenerate. I do think that it harms society. But here's the thing, like, women are going to be hypergamous either way. And women are going to be sluts either way. Whether porn is legal or, like, you know, illegal, women are going to be, you know, out there slutting either way. And they're going to be choosing the highest quality men either way. So it doesn't really affect men in that sense. I think actually porn is more healthy for men because it shows the truth. And the truth is that women like to get fucked. Women like to have a lot of sex, and they're nasty and they're freaky, and they do nasty shit. They swallow cum, they take facials, they like anal, they do gangbangs. Like, these are the most beautiful women in the world. Women who try to make you think that they're so pure, and they try to make you think that there's nothing wrong with them, like, or, you know, I mean, you know, they try to make you think that, like, I'm not like that. No, she's not like that with you because you're beta, or because you're just not that good looking, or you're just not high value enough. She's like that with you. But with Chad Thundercock and the captain of the football team, she's getting plowed, sorry to say. So that's reality. If you haven't woken up to that truth and that fact yet, now's the time, because that's what's going on. If you're one of these blue pill, you know, these blue pill guys who believes that, oh, you know, women are so pure and women are just special, and then, like, bro, she's getting slobbed. She's getting slobbed down. She's slobbing on knobs. She's getting threesomes ran on her. Shit, I had a girlfriend in high school who, you know, I was all in love with. I met her in freshman year, and my junior year, we were at a party, and me and one of my friends fucking tag teamed her, dude. So, you know, he was hitting it from the back, and I was getting sucked, and that was a girl that I thought was pure, and that was a girl that I thought was sweet. That was a girl that I wanted to love, and she just wanted to fuck. So the truth is that porn really just exposes what's already there. Like once I saw porn, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, you're you're bullshitting me. Like any girl who's like, oh, I'm not like that. No, she's just not like that with you because you're not high enough value. That's all. She just doesn't want to fuck you, so she wants you to think she's pure. She wants you to think that her lay count is like 3 or whatever. Like, no. That's not the truth. So porn, man, it's not a problem. As far as men are concerned, that's not the issue. Porn is really just an exposure of women, and it's kind of a truth bomb. So when I first saw it, that's what it woke me up to. Was I was like, oh, okay, women are liars. Women are liars, and they're very shady and they're very deceptive. Actually, porn was a great educator for me in that way. It really educated me to how women are cunning and are full of guile. Right? They'll make you think. They don't do none of that stuff. They will, but that's just because they're not interested in you. But if you're Chad Thundercock, if you're captain of the football team, oh, she's gonna be doing some stuff, right? So there's that. But I don't think it's a problem, man. I don't think it's a problem to jerk off to porn. I don't think that it's a problem if you're a single guy and you got nothing else going on. See, the real problem is that we just don't have access. That's the real problem. The real problem is women have successfully cornered the sexual market. The dating market and the marriage market and the hookup market. And if you're not in that top 5 or 10%, you're not getting chosen. So you got no option. So porn for that guy, whatever. Like, I don't give a shit. Until you get into a long-term relationship, a committed, loving relationship, watch away. I really don't care. But if we want to talk about, is porn in and of itself good? Not really. No, I don't think so. I think that it encourages promiscuity, which damages society, which there's a lot of negatives that can come from that. I think that kids watch it and they grow up, having somewhat of a skewed view in a way. It probably just causes a lot of harm because a lot of kids, there's going to be a lot of kids in that 80 to 90% of guys who don't get chosen, right? And they're going to be like, well, I don't understand. I watch this porn and these girls are doing all these and they love doing it and they want to do it. But then when I try to get with a girl to do it, she don't want to have anything to do with me and they don't understand. And then and that hurts because they figure out, oh, I'm not that good looking, or I'm not that high value. I'm not that in shape. My looks, money, status isn't there, and that hurts. It's like, man, I'm watching all these porn girls and these are beautiful girls, the most beautiful girls in the world. And the other thing is, it's a little misleading in that, yes, girls are doing those things, but they're not doing those things with every guy. Like, they're doing those things and they don't tell you that in the porn, like, because, these girls are doing it to get paid. And so a lot of the actors that are in the scenes, the guys in the scenes, might not be that good looking. So you might think, oh, I got a chance. Like, no, like, that guy's paying that girl. Right, she's a whore. and don't make any mistake about it. These girls aren't artists. They're not actresses. They're whores. I mean, yes, they're actresses, right? But a whore is a person, guy or girl, who gets paid to have sex, right? And whether a camera's there is, beside the point. Bottom line, fundamentally, they are getting paid to have sex on camera, whatever. So they're a whore. So these women are whores. But on the other hand, like, these are regular girls. Like, the girl next door is like a big thing in porn, and that's the regular shit. Like they want the girl next door. They want the innocent, right? They want that innocent woman, or innocent young girl, fresh, 18. She's fresh. They use these words, and it's somewhat predatory in that sense. But I mean, yeah, I would say it is predatory. I would say that, these porn guys are, but they're not predators in the sense that they're making the girl do anything she doesn't want to do. You see, it's creepy, but it's not illegal. It's creepy, but she's consenting and she's 18. So there's nothing illegal in that sense, and there's nothing like, to be frank, like it's not his fault 100%. Like, he's just being a scumbag, and she's also a scumbag. See, this is what I hear a lot, is I always hear when people are talking about porn, they always blame the porn producers and like these feminists, you know, these women who talk out against porn for whatever reason. They always blame the producers and the company and the males in the company. It's like, dude, the girls are exploiting themselves. The girls are allowing themselves to be exploited. The girls know what it's all about. Like the whole Mia Khalifa thing. Nah, man, she knew what it's all about. She did it for for the money and the fame. This is why she did it. So there's no there's nothing seedy going on to where women are being tricked. Now, there was that one company, I forget what it was called, but there was a company that was recently busted that was doing some kind of weird shit, but that's rare. For the most part, most of the companies they're all on the level. They're all hiring girls with their consent. There's no fuck shit going on. There's no lies. The girls know that the videos are going out. They know they're getting paid to have sex. It is what it is, right? So I don't buy into the whole porn is bad stuff. I think that it's a double-edged sword. I think that it's a gray area. I think that ultimately it would be better. I don't think it's ultimately healthy per se, right? I mean, you are watching images. It's like there's some psychological shit going on there. Yeah, maybe there's some dopamine involved. There's some neurotransmitters that are getting played with. Maybe you could surmise that it's an addiction. When you have an orgasm, there you chase that orgasm and you're always wanting that orgasm or whatever. But again, like, this is a reaction. Like, guys are doing that because they can't get laid. Guys are doing that because they don't have any other option. That's not, if it is your go-to, if you do have a loving wife and she's beautiful and lovely and there's nothing wrong with her physically, like the sex is great, and you still watch porn, that's a problem. Like, I would say at that point, you might have an addiction. And at that point, you might need to get that addressed. But I say by and large, for the most part, it's mostly just guys who are lonely, guys who don't have a girl. That's the whole problem, is you need a girl. That's the whole problem. So, that's how I feel about that. I think that really people should consider that. People should consider that porn is really for lonely people. It's really for lonely people. It's not for couples. It's not for people to enhance their sex life. Like, that's a lie. That's a lie to sell more content. That's a lie to make the stigma of porn become lesser, right? That's all that is. Like, I don't believe in that. I really do believe it's unhealthy if you're in a loving relationship, and I think you shouldn't do it. But anyway, that's what I got to say about that. It's been Jay Lee, Northwest Podcast. Appreciate you guys listening. Peace.